The first of 3 Euro Qualifying Finals goes down at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, March 26th between Georgia and Greece. This is Path C with the winner moving on to face Turkey, Portugal, or the Czech Republic. Let's break down how these teams got here. Let's look at the odds, the form, head-to-head stats between these teams, and our best Georgia versus Greece predictions at the end of this video. To recap the semifinals, Georgia scored in the 40th minute against Luxembourg, and Luxembourg did look to have pulled equal, only to have that goal reversed from play earlier on, way back in their box, right outside the box, which didn't turn into a PK, but it did turn into a red card after going to VAR, which reduced them by a man, which basically ended Luxembourg's hopes as Georgia went on to score a second goal soon after, both goals from Budu Zivzadki in the 2-0 Georgia win. Greece completely routed Kazakhstan from the word go. They scored in the 9th minute and never looked back. They had 4 different scores, plus an own goal to win 5-0. They had 21 shot attempts and 10 shots on target. In the FIFA rankings, Georgia are 77th. Greece come in 49th. Georgia have never been to a major tournament, so this is a huge moment in their history to potentially move on to their first Euros. They'll be the underdogs. Georgia plus 240, the draw plus 210. Greece to win in 90 minutes, plus 130. Georgia to advance by any means, plus 110. Greece to advance by any means, because we could see extra time or PKs, minus 150. Over 2.5, plus 150. The under favored, minus 200. Both teams to score yes, plus 110. And both teams to score no, minus 150. Head-to-head between these teams, all-time, Greece has never lost a game to Georgia. There's a perfect 7-2-0. There's only been 2 real recent meetings that we can consider here. Those were World Cup qualifying games in 2021, those games being 1-1 and 2-0 for Greece. Previous to that, the last meeting was way back in 2011, so we can't take too much from those. Georgia now, they just have 3 wins in 8 even after that last win, but they do only have 4 losses in their last 23 games, so they have been in great form. Their games typically do see a few goals, at least in their last 18 games. There's been 2 or more goals in 17. That game was 0-0, so there's been no 1-0 games in that time. If you were considering backing a 1-0 result, it's a very rare result in Georgia games. Bets on over 2.5 have gone 13-8 in that time. They've been very solid when playing at home as well. They have just 1 loss in 12. They're 8-3-1 in that time. And that loss came to Spain. No shame there. They've scored as well in 11 of those 12 games. They also have a 2-2 draw with Scotland, a 1-1 draw with Norway, 2-0 win over Sweden in that time as well. But many of those home wins, even though the record looks good, they have come against lower teams such as Luxembourg, Cyprus, Thailand, Mongolia, North Macedonia, Gibraltar, and Uzbekistan. For Greece, they've been a solid 4-1-1 in their last 6 games. They only have 5 losses in their last 19 games as well, so another team coming in here in good form. They too are scoring goals. They've scored in 14 of 19, and there has been at least 2 goals or more in 13 of their last 19, and also in 11 of their past 14. Now, Greece's wins also, you could say the same thing. They haven't come against all top-ranked opponents either. For instance, last game against Kazakhstan, Kazakhstan's just 100th in the world. On the road, they've not been as good a form. They are just 2-1-4 in their last 7 games, and their only 2 wins in that time on the road were against Republic of Ireland and Gibraltar. Greece certainly looked like the team that should move on here, certainly the better team. Georgia have scored in 11 of their past 12 home games. They have scored multiple goals in 4 straight and in 8 of those 11 home games as well. And they will get Kvaratskhelia back from suspension, which will be a big boost as he sat out last game and they managed to get the win without him. Greece to win, plus 130. Certainly looks like a good bet. If you wanted to go safer, you could simply ask Greece to qualify just in case this goes to extra time. That would be at minus 150. Let's back, though. You could get better odds if we wanted to bet Greece to advance and both teams to score in a same-game parlay. You could do that as well. That would come in at plus 250. So I think the best bets for this game are either including Greece to advance, maybe throw that into a parlay with something else, or if you want better odds, go both teams to score and Greece to advance. Now, how do you see this game going? Be sure to share your picks down there in the comments, and good luck with all of your Euro playoffs picks this week.